These are your evening headlines for November 17th, 2025, right here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Jill Clary. The Art Museum of Eastern Idaho continues to make waves in Idaho Falls. First, it was the new Art and the Animal exhibit, and now the museum is introducing new youth group nights to help give teens a resource for learning and inspiration. Amy Thompson is the development director at the museum. She says the museum has an untapped opportunity of having events targeted toward the many youth groups in the area, and the museum aims to make the youth group nights interesting and enriching.
Our teen program, like we call it Teens at TAM, so that's core group of leaders, is being trained to give tours. So I think it will be kind of interesting to have groups of teens, led by teens, experiencing the current exhibit.
Inspiration for the new youth nights came from two main sources.
Part of it is that we have this teen program, and we're always talking about how do we engage that demographic, right, in our community. But then also, I happen to be in the Young Women's Presidency in our church, and we're always looking for something that we can bring the youth to that's really enriching. That's not just another, night of volleyball in the gym or something.
Thompson says the youth nights aren't limited to just church groups. School clubs, sports teams, and others are encouraged to attend and take part in the museum's resources. Group nights include several activities, including a museum tour, writing a poem, and sometimes charades. The youth's favorite part of the group nights, though, is the grand finale, which is the hands-on art project.
I think that everyone really loves doing the hands-on art, but ultimately being able to express yourself and get your hands dirty, get into some sort of project is really satisfying. I think that's the thing that people really take away and enjoy.
Thompson says the main goal of youth group nights is to reach as many youth as possible to let them know the museum exists as a resource.
We are a community museum, and we want people to feel like this is their museum, a place they can go to for inspiration, reflection, solitude, or camaraderie, right? Like bring your friends or come all by yourself and just have a quiet afternoon.
The first youth group night is Tuesday, November 18th, with 2 time slots from 6 to 7 p.m. and 7 to 8 p.m. Tickets are $2 per youth. For more information on additional dates and times, visit theartmuseum.org. For the first time, giving machines have come to Eastern Idaho. Beginning a 6-week tour from Pocatello to Rexburg, the machines opened Saturday on the Idaho Central Credit Union campus, where a community eager to give gathered to welcome them.
There's just an electricity in Pocatello. Everybody's just electric about it. Everyone's excited about it. So I think I'm hoping we have wonderful participation.
Sherry Matson is the Pocatello lead for the Giving Machine program. The Giving Machine's unique vending machines that allow people to purchase items ranging from blankets to goats for individuals and families in need around the world. The Eastern Idaho machines feature global charities, Care.org, and Right to Play, along with 13 local nonprofit partners. Madison Humble is with Bright Tomorrow's Child Advocacy Center in Pocatello.
We're just so grateful for the community support that we receive. We couldn't do this without our community. Almost all of our funding comes from fundraising like this.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held Saturday to mark the opening, attended by Governor Brad Little and Elder David J. Pickett and Area 70 of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Elder Pickett says since the Giving Machine program launched in 2017, it has raised nearly $50 million worldwide, providing meals, clothing, and other essentials to those in need. This year, more than 500 nonprofits will participate, with machines placed in 126 cities across 21 countries.
And everything is about the Savior. He is the light. And as we do small acts of kindness for other people, especially those we don't even know, a little bit more of that light shines on us, and we're able to feel that closeness to Him.
The Giving Machines will be at the ICCU headquarters through November 30th in Chubbuck, in Hemming Village from December 1st to the 14th in Rexburg, and at the Grand Teton Mall in Idaho Falls from December 15th to January 1st. Each location will be open daily from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and staffed by local volunteers.
The BYU Cougars seem to pick up where they left off with a dominant 44-13 conference win against the TCU Horned Frogs on Saturday. Nearly every BYU fan remembers the embarrassing loss to Texas Tech a couple of weeks ago, but this week's game felt different to a lot of the fans.
The offense is looking way better than it has in the past few weeks. I like how Bears throwing the ball more. It seems like they have more trust in him overall.
While BYU's offense, led by true freshman Barrett Bachmeier, put on a show, it's the defense who won this game.
I think it was diligence and discipline of the defense to do such a thing. I think that's our capacity and that's who we are. And I think we stuck to that this week. I think that's the key, is sticking to that and being disciplined to who we are. And you guys saw it tonight.
One of the most spectacular plays of the night belongs to Tanner Wall, a BYU safety and former walk-on who brought the house down with an incredible interception leading to a BYU touchdown, his first time seeing the end zone since his senior year of high school in 2017.
It's great. In my head, I was like, don't get tackled, get to the end zone. So we found a way.
BYU's defense held the Horned Frogs under 300 total yards of offense, forced 2 turnovers, and only allowed 1 third-down conversion the entire game. And once BYU's offense stepped onto the field, running back LJ Martin led the pack, rushing the ball 21 times, one of those for a touchdown. Martin is fresh off an injury, but is quickly approaching a 1,000-yard season, an accolade not too many running backs experience.
It would mean a lot, but I just more want to do it for the guys up front. I mean, they've been working their butts off, opening up holes, so just to be able to get 1,000, just to put that, just to show, like, you know, them as a unit as well. They've been opening up holes, dominating, so it would mean a lot for both of us, I would say.
After the game, head coach Kalani Sitake addressed the media, saying he's very proud of the game the guys played.
Proud of the way they bounced back, especially from last week. I felt like there was a different sense of urgency from them all week long in the prep. And so I'm glad that it all worked out.
After what seemed to be a masterclass from BYU as a whole, Sitake said there's still some things they need to work on if they want to compete for a spot in the Big 12 championship.
I thought it was a really good game plan in all 3 phases. Not perfect enough, but we'll take the win. But there's a lot of room for improvement still, and we'll just get to work. And
BYU moved to number 11 in the latest AP Top 25 poll and will face off against the Cincinnati Bearcats next week. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Austin Pace.
These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio evening headlines for November 17th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Jill Clary.